Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a while since my last video, but yeah, I just thought that I should take a break. I know I shared some really heavy stuff for around just the last couple of videos and stuff like that, so I just thought I'd come today with something a little more lighthearted. It's quick, but also still remaining as transparent, as honest as possible. Today I come to you with a mukbang. I don't know. I've been meaning to do this for like the last 3 weeks, but I didn't get a chance to. And I didn't want to just like answer questions, so now I can answer questions and eat food. What do I have with me? I just have some fish and chips, some cake, and some other stuff. Yeah, I know, it's a really unhealthy dinner, but whatever. Let's get to my first question. What does your family think of your channel? Like individual, I wasn't sure if this person was referring to like individually, like my individual family members, or just like my family as a whole. As a whole, I would say that my family thinks that my channel is a little bit too deep. I can admit that. I think it's a bit deep. It's a bit like you're doing too much sort of thing. And yeah, that's basically it. My siblings, I haven't really ever asked them what they think about my channel. But a few times they do comment and like, oh, I like this video, or I watched this, or you know, something like that. Do you hate your family? This is a really loaded question. When I got it, I was kind of like but I really like the honesty, because I guess people can be led to presume that just based off the things that I share and stuff like that about my family. The answer is no. I believe that we're a family that's a work in progress, and there's no perfection really that we're striving for, but it's just been something that's kind of like we're working towards together. A healthy balance, healthy relationships, and yeah, so I don't hate my family. I just know that we are all on our own journey working towards becoming you know, the image of Christ, and also building better, healthier relationships with one another and with the people around us as well. Yeah. What have you learned in 2020? Man, like I said, these questions that you guys sent me were like really loaded. Like, there's just so much that I could touch on. Personally, I don't like the way they mix like HSP at the shops and stuff like that, so I like to mix my own by having like barbecue sauce and hummus. Oh, I love hummus. Does anyone else love hummus? I love hummus. Like, this fish and chip shop, it slaps. I don't know about you guys, but like I like the crunch in my chips, so like I should be able to like hear it, like I am drinking Coke. Like, it's just a nice size. It's like you could just So what have I learned in 2020? I think I'll break it down into categories, 3 different categories of the things that I've learned. One, obviously spiritually, physically, and also I'd say mentally or personally or like internally. One thing I've learned spiritually, I've really learned how to like depend on God and to build a proper relationship with Him. Sorry, my voice sounds like this. It's because I was just eating. Physically, one thing I've learned is that there's no such thing as balancing. Balance is not a thing. It's basically like half impossible. But you just gotta learn how to juggle and know what's really important, and what's like irreplaceable, basically. And then another thing I would say interpersonally or like about myself internally that I've learned this year is that well, my hair, the state my hair is in, is actually a reflection of what's going on mentally. So if you ever see me and my hair's looking a mess, or I just have a headscarf on, it means that there's probably a lot of stuff going on in my head, and like yeah, I just couldn't be bothered doing it. Deliciousness. I don't know how people do these mukbangs, like eat and talk. I'm trying to eat so that my food doesn't get cold, but I'm also trying to talk because time is ticking. And I actually want to get through these questions. Okay. Why is transparency so important to you? That's a great question. Transparency is important to me because I think transparency would have saved me a lot of lessons that I had to learn by myself, and like I think like I would have been a lot more like gracious to myself and who I was and to the younger version of myself if like I'd had that reassurance that like, hey, all these people that you see around you, they look picture perfect, but you're not the only one that's messed up, like, you know. And transparency kind of just allows for that room to extend grace, not just for myself but for others as well. So transparency is important to me because it taught me how to extend grace and how to really listen out for people and like learn how to be there for them better than how I think I should be there for them. And also transparency